you need to leave. I know, this is late, but I was at Summer in the City, so I have a good excuse. I was meeting you lovely people. I've one little bit of housekeeping before we dive into a pile of really cool shit, some of which you will see and be like, ooh, I want that in my life. Book tour. This month on August 24th, my book, Fully Functioning Human Almost, which is full of advice on things like sex and ED recovery and body image and it's just a huge amount of stuff. It's a big book. The book tour, late August, is essentially ticketed meetups and events. And if you come, you get a signed copy. I sat in a chair and signed over 1,000 books in a row. I had a claw hand for 2 days. The signed book is basically free or it's the price of the ticket. So you're only paying for the book, but we get to meet, take pictures and have hugs and have a chat, which means a lot to me every time I get to do it and put faces to you all and your comments and your tweets and your Instagram comments and stuff. I want to meet you, so please come. The links are all down in the description box. The ones marked event include me doing a Q&A and things. So yeah, book your tickets, and if you cannot make it to the book tour, so Dublin, Belfast, Kensington, Birmingham, Manchester, Sheffield, Leeds, if you can't make it to any of those, you can get a signed copy from, wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, the WH Smith online website. Also linked the audiobook down below for those of you who don't enjoy reading, and that is essentially just a podcast of me talking for 8 hours or something. It was so interesting recording that. So yeah, housekeeping done. I will be sticking to my agreement that I'm gonna get the green love heart, which is what we all use, talking to each other, tattooed onto my body, if it gets to number 1 in the Irish or UK book chart. Anyway, moving on, that leads us swiftly on to my first favourite of this month, which is my new tattoo. I now actually have 3 tattoos. I really love little dainty tattoos. I've a whole video actually about this one. I also have something that was supposed to be Tinkerbell on my shoulder, which I got when I was a teenager, and I just desperately wanted something to do with Peter Pan on my body. Turned out terribly. Don't regret it. Never going to get rid of it. Anyway, the new tattoo is my first one that's lyrics or like words. It says Lust for Life, which is after Lana Del Rey's album and her song Lust for Life. 'Cause we're having too much fun tonight. It is black and it's this beautiful font that looks like handwriting, but so where do I even go into this? I am a huge Lana fan. I adore Lana Del Rey so much. She's my go-to chill music person, and her voice and her lyrics and her depth, like, you know this already. It's not all just to do with her, obviously. I did, however, want the tattoo across my hand because she has tattoos across her hand. Oh god, it's like Regina George syndrome, isn't it? But I wanted it there, and the tattoo artist, she told me that it would look like shite after a while and the letters would all kind of bleed into each other. So we chose a different spot. I got it on my arm, a bit above the middle bend in my arm, and I've seen an awful lot of people online and in videos share their tattoos from this part of their arm, and I always thought it looked really, really cool. I don't know, I think it's quite sexy, and yeah. As soon as I read this sentence, Lust for Life, I just felt this overwhelming need to have that on me forever, to remind myself of how I feel right now and like how I felt basically for the past 2 years about life and stuff. I did talk about this in my book, but I've been through depression, not situational depression. I had a really, age 19 was the worst year of my life. Didn't leave the house. I'm not going to go into too much now, but it was just fucking horrible. And I used to have a lot of days where I'd kind of not be very in love with life. I was not a fan of living, and now I am. I just have this overwhelming appetite to like live a full and rich life and do all of the things and enjoy all of the things, even the really shitty things, learn from them, grow from them. Like this week, for example, I just had a wave of shit on Twitter for defending a friend who I don't feel is a bad person. I don't feel like she deserved, but whatever. The point is, anytime anything like that happens, I try to use it as a chance to learn and grow and become a better, stronger person and evolve. And yeah, there's so much I want to do. And the song Lust for Life, I remember hearing that and being like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel every day. When you start realizing how much control you actually have over your life and like who you are, who you choose to be, you just start fucking loving the world that we're in. Yes, there's a lot of awful stuff happening every single day around the world, but there's a huge amount of incredible, beautiful stuff all the time. I seep my world and my brain in positivity and in stuff I love, in art, in books, in movies, in shows, and people, other people who feel this way, and aren't just waking up and going, oh, I have to do this. I'm not that person. That's, I'm sure why a lot of you follow me. There's plenty of people you can follow who are like that, but that ain't me. So that's why I got this feckin' tattoo and I bloody love it. I love it. I've been looking after the tattoo with the Amazonian Savior multi-purpose balm from The Body Shop, which improves the appearance of tattoos, skin marks, and more, apparently. Next faves are hair related. I don't know when's the last time I had hair products in a faves video. Anyway, these are both from Moroccan Oil, and just an FYI, nothing in this video is sponsored. I will always say if something's sponsored. But yeah, I just bought these myself when I got a haircut recently. I did get a fringe trim that was too short, but it's starting to grow out now, thank goodness. But Moroccan Oil, something I've gone back to a few times throughout my life to kind of improve condition of my hair, especially if I ever lighten it or anything. But I always put this in after I wash my hair, so I'll wash it and I'll condition it and it'll be soaking wet, and then I'll just take a couple of pumps of this. Smells gorgeous. I don't even know how to describe the smell. It's a subtle perfumed scent anyway. It's very lovely. Loads of antioxidants in this, and it absorbs really fast into your hair, leaving no feeling of a residue or anything, but it adds so much shine, and you can even put it on after you've styled your hair just a little bit to give it that kind of gloss look, and it's really improving the condition of my hair. It makes it easier to brush and do everything with, and also I got the dry texture spray, which when my hair looks flat I spray it in and then I floof it like this, and it just makes it look thicker and bigger, because that's one problem you can have with short hair, is when it just goes a bit limp. I find that happening to me an awful lot. Like, I forgot to bring this to Summer in the City with me, and I was bloody raging because a few times I caught my reflection in random mirrors and car windows, and I was like, ugh. It says effortlessly undone, and that is the look that it gives. Soft, gritty feel. So yeah, you can feel this, but it's not crispy, if that makes sense. Keeping on the oil theme, this is something I had with me at Summer in the City, and people were, I won't say borrowing, stealing would be the right word. Look at me on the stage, I look like a big lump of oiled up flesh, but this smells so good and it just makes your skin look really nice. It's the Thai Mac-Root Lime Firming Oil, Firming and Toning Body Oil. First of all, I just don't buy into the bullshit of like an oil toning your body. Tone, that word is so misunderstood. When you build muscle and you lose fat, then you have tone. That's what that is. But this just improves the look of your skin. Can't explain why, don't know why, just does. You're supposed to massage this into damp skin in circular and firm motions, focusing on the arms, abdomen, hips, buttocks, arse, thighs until fully absorbed. I was using it on non-damp skin, just because I like the look of it, but when I was in the shower I was using it to shave with as well, and that gives such a smooth, clean shave. Oh yeah, it just smells feckin' gorgeous. Like anything that smells like lime or citrus, I'm there. Spots. I had a little bit of a breakout issue recently because I started lifting weights and my hormones were changing. Happens every time I try and do any weights. Really annoying. If you find that you're starting a new exercise regime, you may notice your skin play up, but it's all okay now. My skin's leveling out, and to treat the active breakouts, I did what I was doing the last time. I had a video about this. I worked with this brand in the past, but I was using it, the difference this time, I was using it with a konjac sponge. So this is the Garnier Skin Active Pure Active Sensitive Anti-Blemish Soap-Free Gel Wash. What a name. It's so long. It's for sensitive skin with imperfections, but I just find that this does a really great job for my second cleanse. So I'll oil cleanse to remove my makeup, and then I'll use this with this little sponge. And a konjac sponge is like a very cheap and affordable, environmentally friendly version of, you know, those kind of face brushes that everyone used to rave about. I did too. I used to love those face brushes, but they're very expensive, and once they break or run out of battery and stuff like that, I just couldn't be arsed like getting another one, and they were selling these, so I got one of these. Does the same job. It's great for exfoliating the top layer of your skin and making it just look nice and plump and beautiful. So yeah, this has zinc in it and witch hazel water, and I liked this a lot. The last beauty-ish thing I'm going to feature in this video, it came out to me in a big bag of goodies, big box of goodies from Zoella. Her new gelato cream body scrub, and this is so gorgeous. The smell of it, the texture of it, the feel of it in the shower when you're just wanting to scrub your body and you want something that's not just a shower gel. Like, I like going hard at it. It's such a weird pleasure dipping your fingers into this. It feels like mango, like melty mango cream, but it has little beads in it too. Not beads, polishing sprinkles. It says it's infused with extracts of elderflower and pomegranate to help brighten, smooth and tone. Again, with the tone thing, I think it just basically means the better your skin looks, your body can look more firm. I wanted to mention this because I love the whole range. There was a load of bath stuff that came as well, all been used up, but she had like these bath frosting packages, and her beauty products are so nice, and I can tell how much time she spends on like designing not just the packaging obviously, but the actual product inside. This was by far my favourite of all the things she sent, so I wanted to include that as well because it's been making my bath time and shower time experiences more pleasurable. And then new flavours of Naked bars. Every time they bring out new flavours, I'm dead. I ate one of these lemon drizzle ones while I was setting up to film, but I have loads of them downstairs. Then I have the peanut delight ones, and what's annoying me is the lemon drizzle ones are apparently limited edition. No idea why. Why, Naked? Don't do this to me. Don't bring something out and tease me like that. And then the peanut ones, okay, no, calm down, Mel, calm down, you're getting ahead of yourself. The lemon drizzle ones taste like lemon drizzle cake slices. I absolutely love them because lemon's one of my favourite flavours. Such a nice little healthy treat, and the ingredients are dates, raisins, almonds, coconut, cashews, lemon, and a hint of natural flavouring. Gorgeous. Then these peanut delight ones taste like Snickers bars. If you're into like eating more wholesome foods, it's basically like a Snickers bar. You can easily transition onto this and get used to it and not feel like you're missing out too much. Even if you like melted a bit of chocolate, dark chocolate onto the top, all that's in this is dates, peanuts and sea salt. But yeah, it seems like Naked have way more flavours now in the health food shops than they used to. Is it getting very bright, guys? It is, I'm sorry. That's better. So yeah, I've been having one of these every single day, and I know they're €1 something, but I'd rather spend my money on this than a can of Coke and a junky Snickers bar, because at least I'm getting some nutrition from these. Before I move on to the book category, I wanted to let you guys know of a viewer I met at Summer in the City. I met her a couple of times and she inspired the crap out of me, and her Instagram has been one of my favourites purely because of the incredible transformation. She told me she went from anorexia to weightlifting and showed me like before and after pictures. Her Instagram is called M Gains Strength. But yeah, like this girl is the sweetest, loveliest girl and is so motivational and inspiring. I love seeing people take ownership of their health like that. I literally cried, like, and I showed my sister and I was like, oh my god, look at this girl. I love getting motivated by yous. Like, I know a lot of you tell me that my videos help you, but equally you guys help me when you share your stories and your experiences in comments or in messages or in person, which is why I wanted to go into my book tour. But this girl, yeah, bloody blew my mind, and I want you all to go and give her a follow on Instagram if you've made it this far into the video. She's driving me to keep wanting to get more strong, because I have been going to the gym and I have to now, because that membership is out and I was away all week, but I have to get, I'm not making excuses, but I have to get my year-long membership now. But I've noticed like myself feeling definitely stronger and more tone in like my thigh area and stuff like that, and I can lift heavier things now and I have more stamina. So I'm excited to see where I'm at next year. What? It by Stephen King. I'm sure you've seen the trailers. I'm after getting the book from Stephen King because I read nearly all of Stephen King's books. I have read this before when I was younger, but I just got the one with the new movie cover on it because my old copy of this, I lent it to a friend and she never gave it back. Bitch. This is extremely terrifying, and I'm going to read out the back of the book cover now in a second, but my brother just told me about this really cool thing that he does, which I'm going to start doing, and I wanted to tell you guys in case you want to do it with any other book that's on Audible or on with my book. I'm not sponsored by Audible or anything. I know a lot of YouTubers are, but he has an Audible account, right? And he will get the book that he's reading physically and he'll play it in his headphones while he's reading it, and he can like speed it up to so that it's being read out at the same speed that he's reading, if it makes sense, because Audible allows you to do that, and it lets you get a token every month. Once you signed up, you get a token to get a free book a month. So he never actually buys books on it. But I'm going to start doing that with this book. And I love that. Like, I think that's such a cool idea. So I wanted to share it with you guys. Because, yeah, I think it would make the whole reading experience feel more like you're in it, like you're in the story. So yeah, I'm just going to read this out to you because Derry, Maine is just an ordinary town, familiar, well-ordered, for the most part, a good place to live. It's a group of children who see and feel what makes Derry so horribly different. In the storm drains, in the sewers, it lurks, taking on the shape of every nightmare, each one's deepest dread. Sometimes it appears as an evil clown named Pennywise, and sometimes it reaches up, seizing, tearing, killing. Time passes and the children grow up, move away and forget, until they're called back once more to confront it, as it steers and coils in the sullen depths of their memories, emerging again to make their past nightmares a terrible present reality. Oh, Stephen King's my baby. My baby. Oh, I'm so excited. So I have to go. I'm going to see Annabelle, the new Annabelle movie now, because I like me some horror movies. But leave me some comments down below what your favourites were of the month, and just chat to me down there. Let me know if you're coming to my book tour. And I'll see you again in another video very soon. Bye, guys.